Hi, 7th grade. Today we're going to be starting a new unit on human body systems. So our first topic for today is about cellular respiration. Your essential question for today is, what is the significance of cellular respiration? That means, what is the importance of it? Why is it important? Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's talk about what cellular respiration is. Cellular respiration is a series of chemical reactions used to release energy stored in food molecules. Cellular respiration occurs in the mitochondria of most cells. It uses oxygen to break down food chemically. So, a few things there. First of all, cellular respiration can occur in animal cells and plant cells. Um, you'll notice in the picture off to the left that we have a picture of a kid who's breathing. You can see oxygen going into his body and carbon dioxide, that's CO2, exiting his body. Breathing is not the exact same thing as cellular respiration. They have some similarities, but they're not the same thing. Cellular respiration occurs on a cellular level. It's a chemical reaction that takes place, and a series of chemical reactions that take place. So you can see that we have glucose, which is sugar, right? That is entering this cell. And then our mitochondria, we know of our mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell. Our mitochondria is going to use oxygen to break down that glucose and turn it into a form of energy that this cell can use. So we know that this occurs through a chemical reaction. There's an equation I want to show you. This is the chemical equation for cellular respiration. We're going to go through it quickly. On the top, this top level right here, it just looks like a bunch of letters and numbers. It doesn't mean a whole lot if you're just thinking of the letters and numbers. So I have a translation for you underneath that describes what those letters and numbers signal. So our first one, C6H12O6, that's glucose, right? So we have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. When those are all bonded together, they form glucose. Then we're going to add 6O2. That means oxygen. So we have glucose and oxygen. And we have this arrow here, which means that they produce 6H2O. That would be water. That one should be familiar. 6CO2. That would be carbon dioxide. And lastly, energy. So everything to the left of our arrow, everything to the left of that yield sign would be the reactants, and everything on the right-hand side of our arrow, that yield sign, would be considered products. So the reactants for cellular respiration are glucose and oxygen, and the products of cellular respiration would be water, carbon dioxide, and energy, which you may see written as ATP sometimes. All right, so why is this so important? Why do we need to know about cellular respiration? Although food does contain energy, it contains glucose, your body can't do much with just that food. Something needs to happen to it. It needs to be broken down so that your body can actually use that food energy. So cellular respiration is so important because it changes food energy into a form all cells can use. That's why this is important. If cellular respiration didn't occur, your body would not be able to use that energy, right? It would just be food. We need to take that energy in food and change it into a usable format.